That was amazing. It's funny. I did a practice session this morning and I felt like I completely bombed. And then sitting in front of you and just watching how you just did the magic. And I was like, oh my God. Stress around money started as a provider. Once I'm providing for a family, it's like, oh my God, I gotta get everything secure. I looked at it like I was pouring my financial foundation. And when you're pouring a foundation, that's a slow process.
Yeah.
So I accepted that. I was like, okay, boom, got this property, got this property. I'm about to get my third property once I'm completing these renovations. And then boom, everything went south.
What's the emotion?
Anger.
Okay. So it's hard to have a picture of anger.
Actually, yeah, it feels like a person. Woman.
Woman. Okay. Okay. And the woman?
Mother.
You're one of how many?
Three with a twin brother who died when we were babies.
How old was he when he died?
3 months.
What he died of?
It was called crib death. I think it's SIDS.
They're the same term for when they really didn't know why a kid died. So this version of your mother, what was she experiencing?
Like a rage. Situational rage. This is happening to me. This is happening to me.
And if you be in a little Lee,
Mm-hmm.
in that is the first off, is the grief and anger, is it aimed at him directly or indirectly?
Not aimed at him, no.
Okay. Although it's hard for kids to tell a difference.
Yeah.
What does he think this means?
That it's his responsibility to like heal it.
To heal her grief and anger?
Yeah. Apparently take it. Carry it with him.
Take
Like,
her grief and anger? Okay. And what's his best plan on how to do that?
there is no plan. Wow.
Wow. There is no plan.
Wow, that aligns.
It aligns how? Like, I can guess, but connect those dots for me.
That's I would love to know that answer.
Is it is it that he'll make the wrong choice?
Yeah, make the wrong choice for sure.
And then what will happen?
Someone could get hurt, die. Something could, yeah. Wow. It's almost like it was my fault that my twin brother died, when I was a
Yeah.
baby. Like,
Yeah.
which I believe is probably me taking my mom's accountability for that, like her own
Probably.
self-imposed accountability. So me identifying with that.
So he's not just taking her grief and anger, but her guilt. That's a lot for somebody who can barely walk. Okay. And again, although I can guess, I'd rather you spell it out for me.
Yeah.
What about this feels like the financial stuff you've been going through for the last few years? Oh, right. And you said once you had a family, you felt like you were responsible.
100%. Yeah. Well, like when you were saying, what's his plan to heal her? And then it was like, oh my God, there is no plan. There's only pain.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I got to hit 20K a month. There's no real, like, I know the roadmap. Like I've studied marketing now. I see the roadmap. I can see how to put these pieces in order, but there's no plan to do so, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
that I'm realizing right here. Decision making has always felt tough for me my whole life, like from small to major. McDonald's, same menu. I was aware of this, that like when I was younger, when I would eat McDonald's, I'm like, why does this take me 10 minutes to choose every time? So,
You take a kid who can barely walk, who's taken on responsibility for the family pain, his mom's childhood, his mom's loss of her son, her grief, her anger, her guilt. He's not even ready for preschool. He's taken all that on.
this is a pattern.
When you have a family of your own and they're relying on you, it's all of that sits on top of this old grief, guilt, pain, anger, responsibility that has been just sitting up there accruing interest, like
Yes.
compound debt. Basically, this is compound debt of grief and responsibility and guilt. Guilt without any choice to change. That's the thing. Like you're getting all the accountability without ever having had any of the power to make it better. Well,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah. It's a pretty constant theme too.
Okay. All right. So you have how many kids?
Two,
What are their ages?
3 and 6.
3 and 6. Okay. So, Lee, I noticed in your story about everything you were doing to try and help your son, you never asked your daughter to fix this for him. How come? Squeeze. Is there a chance in hell that she could undo all that for him? Let him know whatever was going on in the family, whether it was his brother who died, his mother. He's just a little boy. There's not a chance in hell he can fix it. There's also not a chance in hell he caused any of it. His mother had stuff going on before he even got here, and his brother died as a baby, and sometimes that happens. Kids just decide to leave. It's not like at 3 months old you could have gone over and strangled him. Kids are still learning just to roll over. There's nothing you could have done or not done, been or not been, that would have caused his death. Nothing. Breathe that through his little belly, heart, and brainstem. Not his fault. What is he concerned about?
The first word is that he's not enough.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so come back here. Lee, would you think of somebody fairly wise and sane that you know or know of? It could even be fictional, like I'm easy. Okay, male or female?
Female.
Okay, go step into her, whoever she is.
Okay.
Be in her body. Imagine you can look through her eyes. Put your heart,
Yeah.
her heart is. Let her look into the heart and mind and soul of this little boy, into all his nooks and crannies, all his little hiding places. Get a spot ready to squeeze. Is this some sort of factory reject, deficient, not enough, unlovable mistake of a child?
No.
No, squeeze and hold. Squeeze and hold. Go get back in that little boy. Squeeze this, breathe that through his belly. We had somebody really wise look, and we had them really look into all his hiding spaces, into his heart, his mind. There's nothing missing in him. There's nothing wrong with him. There's nothing not enough or unlovable about him. He's okay. None of this happened because of him. None of his mother's childhood, none of her grief or anger, his brother's death, none of that was because of him. So let's imagine for a moment that right before incarnating, you decided, you know what, I think I'm going to catch the next one, and some other kid came in instead. Any other kid.
Okay.
What are the odds that any other kid comes in, your brother doesn't die?
Wow.
Do we have some 3-month-old who can do CPR?
No.
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 If any other kid had come in, would your mother's past have been any less painful? Squeeze and hold. Please go get in that little Lee. Breathe through him. It would have been like this no matter who came into his slot. This was never about Lee. It was never anything he did or didn't do. It was never anything he was or wasn't. It was a sad thing, but not his fault, not his responsibility, and not his to change or fix. Breathe that through his belly, heart, and brainstem, up and down. It would have been this way no matter who came into his spot. He is not responsible for his mother's childhood or his brother's death. He's just a little boy. Okay, you can let go. What was that like?
Wow, that was like a balloon finally fully inflating, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Kind of like Roger Rabbit when that guy got squished and he had to re
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Go get step inside him. How's he doing?
A lot more in his body, less focused outside. There was a lot of that
Yeah.
before, and there's a lot more inner
Yeah.
observation and
Yeah.
awareness.
Okay, let's see if we can sneak a few more in, okay? So you've been trying to heal your mother for at least, well, 39 years or so. Yeah? How's that going? Squeeze.
Okay.
Please go get inside that little Lee. Let him know he cannot heal his mother. Only she can do that. That was never meant to be his job. He was never meant to heal his brother or his mother. Their lives were their journey. The only person he can truly heal is himself. So he can let all of her anger, all of her grief, all of her helplessness and rage, all of her feelings of things happening to her, he can let all of that go. That was never meant for him. All of her fears and that she'd made the wrong choice, that she should have done something different, he can let all of that go. If his mother had reached for help, there were many people who were much more qualified to help her. Professional adults, other adults. But two things had to happen. First, she had to be ready and she had to reach. Until she was ready, until she reached, nobody was going to be able to help. That was never his job. So you let me know when he has a sense of that. Breathe that through his belly, heart, and brainstem. Okay. Thank you. Who's got a better shot at being able to responsibly make some good choices? A toddler or a 39-year-old man?
39-year-old man.
Squeeze and hold. Please step into that much younger Lee. Squeeze this, breathe through him. None of that was his responsibility back then. That responsibility, I'm sure, felt overwhelming because it was way too big for him then. And since he's made it to 39 and is a man, there's a lot a 39-year-old man can do that Lee couldn't back then. He's already grown into a man with a lot more choices, a lot more resources, a lot more options than he had back then when his mother was so grief-stricken and angry. When they were all so grief-stricken. Some things have changed. In fact, show him the 39-year-old version of himself who has skills and abilities, who can manifest like crazy when he's all lined up, who's got an inventive mind and the heart of a poet. Show him that. He's got a lot of options. So continuing to squeeze this, let yourself grow up inside him, all the way back from then to 39, but without the responsibility for his brother's death, without responsibility for his mother's happiness, or any of his family of origin's happiness, letting all that go. Let him grow up to where he's 39 with 2 kids and a lot more choices and resources.
A lot more open.
Okay. Because very few decisions these days are actually life and death decisions.
Mm-hmm.
We make a decision, and if we don't like the outcome, we make another one. There's an old saying that good judgment comes from experience and experience comes from bad judgment, right? So we get better at it. There is no prize for getting all your decisions right. If there's points for being in the game, making decisions, seeing what happens, and then you get to make another decision. That's how you play life, not by getting it right every time. That makes for actually a really boring biography. There's no action scenes in that. It's about making a decision, see what happens, and then make another. Give yourself a squeeze. Step into a slightly future version of you. Just breathe through them. Most decisions are not fatal. And if they are, typically other people's choices were involved. Even planes on autopilot are never exactly on course. They're continually course correcting.
That was good.
Yeah. He's got the ability to course correct. That's all he needs. Breathe that through his belly, heart, and brain, and imagine going through the next few days, weeks, months of sorting stuff out without all that old responsibility that was never yours weighing you down, and with the choice to make a choice and then choose again. Pick a direction and course correct, course correct, course correct. What's that like?
It's an opening feeling. I catch myself almost trying to stray from just getting myself back centered. Yeah. Course correcting basically is what I'm doing.
Good. Well done. Look how fast you learned that.
Catch myself straying and I'm bringing myself, oh yeah, I'm course correcting.
Yeah. That's all we need.
That's awesome.
So we'll let this integrate for you and see what happens, okay?
Wow. Thank you, Michelle.
You're so welcome.
That was amazing. You know, it's funny. I did a practice session this morning and I felt like I completely bombed. And then I was really just questioning everything. And then sitting in front of you and just watching how you just did the magic. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah, no, this work is amazing.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, it is amazing.
So this was perfectly timed. Thank you.